Alright, we're still here at the Beneficio, but I kind of got away from people because they kind of seem weird about the video camera. But anyways, so it looks like they are done washing it right now, washing all the coffee from these 4 tanks over there. There's still coffee in the one on the right, but they'll wash that some other time. So they just emptied out the second one there, and they're now pushing all the coffee down the channel, pushing it all down into that big sack where those guys are loading it into white bags. And I guess I didn't explain it very well before because I was just learning it at the same time that I was teaching it, which probably isn't a very good practice. But so they wash it in these channels for an hour or so to get off the slimy substance on the outside of it, and then they push it all. The fruited grains, like these ones that I'm standing on here, are sold in the local market to give them a little bit of supplement money, and then the good stuff that sinks to the bottom of the channel instead of floating on top of the water is what we take. So we push it all down this channel, all the way down, and then those guys load it into white bags, and they take it to us in the cooperative where we process it and pay them. So once again, this is a coffee beneficio, and there's probably 30 or 40 of these up in the mountain, and all of our 175 socios have to take their coffee to places like these to get it processed before we take it, because we don't take the fruit off where we are. So right here we have a giant mountain of fruit, and this is the kind of stuff that can be, if treated poorly, can become kind of toxic. But these guys, what they do is they throw all the fruit here, and before it becomes toxic, they throw what's called cal on it, and I think that means calcium or something like that, to make sure that nothing bad can come from it. And then what they're actually doing, which is great, is it's very sustainable. They're turning it into fertilizer, or actually they're turning it into just really, really rich soil. I forget what the word is in English actually, abono. But it's kind of like what we do with organic, compost. That's the word, compost. So they're turning into compost. You know, they throw a few worms in here and they turn all this stuff into basically gold. And they can use this stuff to replant coffee later. It's very rich. So that's a great way to deal with the fruit that's left over, as opposed to just throwing it in a big pile and contaminating the water table, which is what unfortunately happens far too often. So this is probably the last little video I'll do here in the Beneficio, because I'm still getting a lot of looks from these guys and I'm a little embarrassed to be making it. But like I said, I think that it's cool and it's good. So I'm just going to point this at them to get them. The guy in the yellow is Henry. He's the guy that I always go up in the mountain with. The guy smiling and pointing at us is the president of the co-op, and the big guy is Arnold Pass, and he's pretty cool. He speaks English, and I hang out with him a lot. And I think that I'll be doing a few more projects with him in the future. So looks like we're almost done packing up the coffee. We're going to take it back to the co-op to dry it out and export it and sell it. So my name's Owen, and I hope you enjoyed these little videos. I might take a couple more on the way back. We'll see. We'll see. Bye. Alright, we left that Beneficio, and now we are at the Beneficio of Arnold Pass. And Arnold Pass is the big engineer guy who was explaining to us the channels in that last one. And this finca produces literally some of the best coffee in the world. Sells for like $35 a pound in Spain, and it's just beautiful. I don't know if you can see it, but what he does differently is that he really regulates the all the lines and the coffee plants and stuff up there. So we're gonna see what he does differently, and keeps everything really clean. We're gonna see what he does differently up in the depulping thing, because we just went through that last Beneficio, and now we're gonna go through his to see what he does differently. Look how big that dog is. You don't see dogs like this very often. He's terrifying. And he's circling me. Is he coming? Anyways, so wow, look at how clean these things are. So there's the machine. You dump the coffee up in that box. It comes down the tube, goes into this little depulping thing, and then these little this channel system here directs it into one of these 4 tanks. And there's still coffee in this one, but he has recently, it looks like, drained the other ones. So it goes into this channel, and I mean, just the cleanliness is really what you notice in difference. Very, very clean and organized. And so it goes into this thing, and the difference in this is that it's a straight shot. And so it's just more efficient than the last one. And all the tubes are well kept and all that stuff. Just really, really clean. Still got a little coffee in this one. And then up there, I don't know why he has another depulper, but that's, I believe, that tube is how he handles the, what's called aguasmieles, like the honey water is how you translate it, but it's the toxic water that I was trying to talk to you about earlier. He handles it, and it all goes to a big pozo, which is a like containment lake or something, where he can throw the cal, which will kill all the microbes that eventually makes it toxic. So he handles that very well. So this is where it all eventually winds up, and then from here he throws it on the patios to dry, and he also throws it in these little tents. And if you go in these tents, I don't know if I can get in one from here. I'll try to climb around. His coffee is just so gorgeous. You go in here, and normally when you see coffee in these sarandas, it's he locked it on me. I'll go into a different one. It's normally really pockmarked with like dark kernels, but if you look in these things, there's not a single dark grain. I mean, it's perfect, just perfect. This is pergamino. It's got the little parchment shell on it still, and he doesn't give us much of this coffee for the co-op, because this coffee is what he sells to Spain, and specialized coffee for big bucks. And he is lending us his expertise to hopefully make our coffee like his coffee. It's not going to happen, but it'll be better anyways. It'll be better. So here he is, raking out the coffee on here, and up there he's explaining probably the same thing that I just tried to explain, but better. So this is his place again. He's got that nice little A-frame house up there, which is I've been in. It's just really cool. And then all his coffee plants are over there up. You can't even see them underneath the shade, or underneath the trees. So Arnold Paz makes good coffee, has a nice house here, and he's living the good life.